So we're back, and we've now painted the feet with gold, or all-clad transparent yellow. I've done something in the meantime, which is I polished it, and I did it on this spoon. So I polished it using the same automotive polish that I used in an earlier video to polish the white. You can see that's really brought out the reflection, and what really did it on here was putting on a clear coat, which you'd want to do anyway to protect it. So again, all clad. This is the Aqua Gloss Clear. This stuff is a lot more common than their clear coat, spelled with K's. I'm going to try that stuff out at some point, but right now I'm just using this Aqua Gloss Clear. You can see it's still basically the $9 for a bottle, but this is 4 ounces instead of 1 ounce of like the chrome or something, so this stuff is a lot cheaper. And it's, it's made by the same company, so it's really meant to do the same thing. So I've clear coated this foot. You can see it's not perfect. The yellow is not perfect by any means, but the reflections are a lot better. I would say it's definitely not a mirror gloss. You're not gonna be able to use this as a gold mirror, but it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go with something a little more weathered, I think, for my C-3PO, because that's kind of the only option at this point. I'm sure with some more time and more practice, like I started with the feet for a reason, because it's some of the least visible parts of the guy, and so it'll be like it's good for experimenting with. But you can see it's pretty reflective. It looks pretty good. That's the less shiny foot of the two. This is the shinier foot. So this one has been polished a little bit with that automotive stuff, and you can see it's kind of reflective. It's hard to get a good angle on there, but you can kind of see my fingers in there. And this side, it's real flat, so I was able to always polish this side really well. But now we need to hit it with a clear coat, which is what I did here, and you can see how much more reflective that is. I mean, it becomes pretty mirrored on this little spoon. The key is you got to go with a thicker coat than you might think, and that can be tricky because you go with a really thick coat and it could run. So let's see here. I need to find a good place where I can kind of shoot it and test it. Okay, so there's some coming out now. And so you gotta be careful. So I'm gonna, and you can see it a little bit as you're putting it on. Sometimes it's just kind of how big is that spray, and so you want to make sure you cover every inch of it. I'm gonna open up, and it's like if you really open it up, you could just go really quick. But you got to be careful. You don't want to. You don't want to put it on so thick that it runs. You don't want to put it on so thin that it doesn't actually protect. So once you get your color right, and you wish it was a little shinier, and I don't know if you can see this, but as I'm going over it, like the reflection is just becoming much more crisp just by applying it. Some of that's just because this is wet, but that will remain quite a bit. And if you do 2 or 3 coats of this stuff, it seems to get even glossier. So it's this Aqua Gloss Clear. They have different matte finishes, but if you're going for as shiny as possible, you really want to do that. I'm going to open this up a little bit and really try to put it on kind of quicker, so this video is not quite as long. And if you're going to put on 2 or 3 coats, you don't have to be quite as exact, because you're going to come back and try to hit everything again anyway. So I don't know if that's picking up, that's getting a little glossier from this. And that will mostly remain when it dries. Not 100%, but mostly. So where I like to start usually is around the very bottom, because it's like this is the part that like nobody's going to see. No one's going to spend their time looking at that. So yeah, and like it just gets shinier when you do this, so it's all good. Should really be wearing some sort of breathing protection. This stuff isn't as bad as the lacquer because this is actually water-based, so it's not as bad. Getting a little buildup. Got to be careful. But I can see it's like it's not real reflective, and then you put this stuff over it, and it's definitely more. So I'm gonna do this over the whole foot. Probably do a couple of coats, and then we'll go on and show you guys kind of the next step. Really, this is, I mean, if you were going for like a throne room something, or you're just trying to go really shiny, I mean, this may be it. There's going to be some weathering techniques, but this kind of will conclude most of the, the basic, how do you paint something chrome, and then how do you turn it gold, which I'm not really sure how well this picks up in the video, but it looks like it's okay. It definitely has that gold look to it. So, enjoy, play with the process yourself. It takes a lot of experimenting to figure out, but I'm sure you can do it, just like I can. Like, if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I am bad at all of these things. So, see you guys later.